Alright, so how many of you guys have even seen one of these yet? This is a 2022 BRZ, and they just came out. It's an updated version of the GT86 platform, and it's supposed to be significantly better. I just got back from Grid Life Willow Springs. There's my 370 we ate at B-Dubs, and now we're gonna film a review of this car. So we're gonna do my first impression, and then the owner's gonna tell you what he knows about it now that he's driven it more than I have driven it. Let's get this going. So first and foremost, we disabled traction with track mode because I could hardly drive a car with traction control. I really hate how it feels. So I'm gonna get a raw feeling of what this is like. So I've driven an AE86 before, and I've driven GT86s, and I've even drifted them. So I'm gonna see how this one feels. It should be a good experience from what I could tell, and it's supposed to have more power and better handling. So let's check it out. Let's go to the helmet cam. All right, we're ready to go. Turn on all the switches.
For sure. So reverse.
Okay, so you can pull it up. So yeah, for reverse, it's like the older model. Pull it up all the way to the right. Hopefully I'm in the right. Yeah, I'm in reverse. Back at cam, that's pretty cool. So really silent, really smooth. The steering's soft, and of course, since I'm comparing it to like my drift car, of course everything's super soft and smooth, and everything feels luxurious. Like the leather feels high quality, and it feels like it has more torque on the very bottom end than the older model, so that's cool right off the bat. And this car does not have coilovers yet, so I'm gonna be careful with it to not damage it since it's not mine, but it shouldn't be as bad as my 370. So the braking, I don't know how it would do under load and under stress, but just normal braking, it brakes incredible. Like, it has perfect compression and like perfectly built because it's from the factory and really new. The owner said it's 5,000 miles on the car, so it's broken in already, but it's still fresh and you could feel that. Feels nice so far, feels good. We're gonna go into that straightaway, and it looks like it's a dead end, so we'll see if that's true. All right. Gearbox is nice and smooth.
Short shifter on it.
What's up?
It's a STI short shifter.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So owner's telling me it has an STI short shifter, so it should shift quick. Have you redlined it and stuff already, or I could do it?
Yeah, do whatever you want.
All right, so he's giving me permission. He's giving me the green light. Let me just adjust my mirrors for more safety, and we're gonna test this thing out. I'm gonna get a good feel for it, of what spirited driving feels like in one of these. So we'll start at this turn. We're gonna downshift. All right, let's go a little wide. Let's cut in. Let's throttle out. All right, so red line is at 7,500 RPM. I bet you could tune it to be higher, but it does feel good, and it is like a linear power buildup, it feels like. So something that's good to have for a track car if you want to do grip. It's not the best for drifting with a smooth power band. However, that's because I'm driving it smooth. If I was clutch kicking it and weight transferring and all that, of course, you can make anything break loose. I ran up second gear right now, and it runs very smoothly. So I started at low RPMs in second gear. I don't know what the final drive is in this thing. Do you know what it is?
What do you mean by
final drive of the differential, like the gear ratio?
No, I don't. I think they're like 4.6.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty short. You could tell because it actually picked it up, and I was at really low RPM, so it does pick it up nicely. It's really nice to have a digital cluster. That's something that's like pretty standard in vehicles now, and it's cool. The shifts are very nice and smooth, so I guess everything you'd expect out of a modern car. And does it feel like an upgrade from the previous gen? I would say so, definitely. And I think the prices are very similar. So yeah, this is if you're in the market for one, this is definitely the one you're gonna want to go with. I guess it's time to get rid of the old gen and move up to this one. How much horsepower does this thing claim?
Subaru claims 215, but people have dynoed it for like 225.
225 wheel?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like
Yeah.
for what it's claiming to do that?
Yeah, you just have to remove the charcoal filter to get a little bit more horsepower.
Alright, so it chirped the gears in first to second, so it does have that torque, and do you know the torque numbers?
I believe it's 186 torque.
Okay, so 186 torque. It's not like an incredible amount of torque, but there's two of us in here. We probably weigh together about a little under 500 pounds. And this is a light car. How much does it weigh? Like 2,300 or what?
No, I think it's closer to like 26, 27.
Okay. Yeah, so this car is like very nice and solid. It's like, it feels solid. It feels like a nice daily that you could cruise on the freeway with. Let's see what it feels like cruising in a high gear. Well, that's too high of a gear. So you still have to keep in mind, it doesn't have insane torque. It's still just a Boxster engine, but you could definitely tell that it's been upgraded. This is a newer motor, right? Like it's upgraded?
Yeah, it's a 2.4. It comes from the Sent engine, which is turbo in that car.
Okay. So yeah, this car must have a lot of potential to be running under boost, because already it feels better. NA. This is a horrible road, so we're just gonna turn around carefully here and drive back. I hope the sun didn't ruin the other shots, but so far so good. I like it. What's the value of these? Like 30 grand or what?
This one's a limited model, so it's 32, and then I paid like 4K markup. Yeah, so I think all in all with California fees, I paid close to like 42.
Oh, okay. Yeah, guys, so think about what you want in a car. If you're gonna buy a brand new like this, special edition or anything. Okay, so low torque, so I made it turn off, so let's turn it back on. Alright, so, oh, this is sick. A nice digital mirror.
Oh, that's aftermarket, yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Dang, I need one of those in my Z, because I have a bunch of things in my Z, like, I'm gonna put louvers on, I have my roll cage, my fire extinguisher, and I need to be able to see back.
Yeah, it's a dash cam. Like my girl's Honda Civic has like a side camera right here from factory, and I got this for that. Yeah, it's $150 on Amazon.
And you plug in the cameras to the back or anything, or what?
I have one. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but there's one right here, and then there's one camera right there.
That's sick. I need one of those. All right, guys. So now we're going away from the sun, so it'll be a better view. Let's redline this thing. Limits power. It's like a motorcycle. You hit the red line and instantly it cuts it off. Like it doesn't like bounce off limit or anything. It just seems to cut off power right away, which I'm sure is great for the motor. And I'm thankful that the owner let me redline it hard so I could tell you guys what it's like, because I'm assuming whoever buys this type of car over a traditional economy car wants to drive it to its max potential. And keep in mind, if you're new to driving, like driving hard, I mean like not normal driving, if you're new to like driving, like racing driving or drifting, you don't want to go overboard on power anyway. I've interviewed a ton of pro drifters and they all say the same thing. Like, those are experienced people, my opinion included. If you guys value it, you don't want to go too crazy on power right away. You want to drive something economical that you could drive to the limit, because what good does it do you to have a car that has a ton of potential that you don't have the capability to like use? You want something that has a good balance of, well, what I want to say is you want something that you could drive to the max and be within your means. So take that as you will. You guys might have different opinions or different budgets or different training, I don't know, that's up to you. But this car has nice handling. I guess I should feel the handling before I stop this first impression video. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see, I'm gonna just do like some swerves, and that might be able to tell me, like, I mean, at that turn it felt good, but there was a car coming and it wasn't what I would want it to be. So Of course, we're not on a racetrack anymore, so I can't feel it out for what it truly is, but I might not be able to right now, actually, but it's an 8.6. I don't know is this considered an 8.6 or do they call it something else?
Yeah, basically. So the Toyota version's the GR86 and the Subaru's BRZ.
They still though, like even with this generation?
Yeah, well, technically the previous generation it was just called the 86. Now Toyota rebranded it to GR86.
Oh, okay.
And then BRZ Subaru just kept BRZ as BRZ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but of course there's no more FRSs and Scions no more.
Okay, so this road sucks. We can't feel it out here, but if we have a green light, we're gonna blast through it and turn it hard, and that's gonna give me a good idea of what this car can do, because any decent handling car, even a truck or anything, could take a turn at a good speed, and like of course this one can, but I'll get a good estimate of what it would be able to do on track with its factory suspension setup just by doing this. So let's time it so that I get there when it's green. And since the car's stock exhaust and I don't think there's too many cops around here, we're good to do this. This is convenient. Sometimes it's good to have a car too that you're not gonna like kill yourself with. Like you get to drive hard to the limit without going incredibly fast. So that's something to consider, especially if you're new. You don't want to have 1,000 horsepower just to be learning. So okay, we have a green light. Let's go for it. Get back to B-dubs, and we're gonna ask the owner a few questions. So since I'm an experienced driver with like track and like oversteering and all that, braking traction and pushing tires to the limit, pretty easy for me to feel when I'm at the limit. So I felt like right there I was pushing the limit, which is good to know because I wanted to find out more or less where it was on this setup. Of course, you could get better wheels, better tires, and better suspension to do more, even better tires alone, but this still does good for where it's at, and the tires are in a normal pressure. If you just deflate them, you could get more out of it. So I found the limit. I would say it does handle better than the previous generation. Is it wider wheelbase or something, or
I got
shorter?
aftermarket wheels, so
okay.
Yeah, but the whole
the chassis or what?
The whole like suspension setup for the BRZ is different now.
So is this one wider though, or shorter, or what?
I think it's the same. I think it's a little bit wider.
Yeah, it does feel wider.
Yeah, and then it comes with like stiffer sway bars and links,
okay.
And then aluminum knuckles on the BRZ compared to the Toyota version.
Which has what?
Just regular, like I think cast.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And then this is like the STI version or something, or what?
A limited version, but right off the bat I bought the STI short shifter just because the regular one felt like it was still pretty short, but a little bit like farther throws.
So does the limited version include like a body kit or something, or
comes with heated seats, like all the Alcantara.
Oh, that's nice.
Heated mirrors. It has the
heated mirrors. No way.
Yeah,
that's
then
crazy.
it comes with the blind spot monitoring.
Okay.
So like if there's a car next to you, it's like blinking, and then like steering wheel and.
What does this measure right here? Is that like a clip that it's recording?
Yeah, it's looping.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it deletes like past footage from like months ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it just records by itself, or what?
Yeah, so it's also like if somebody hits your car when it's parked,
yeah,
it'll record that.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and then you go just turn it off if you just want a regular mirror.
That's sick.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's head back and let's ask the owner a few questions. Also, if you guys are new to like driving hard, don't just drive how I'm driving. I'm doing it because I'm experienced and comfortable. But if you do, you're risking a lot. Like, do yourself a favor, train carefully, train at a track, use safety equipment, wear a helmet, use good tires, talk to people who are experienced, ask them how to be safe. Do autocross. Autocross is a Autocross is a great way to learn because it's small, it's pretty low speed, and there's not much that could go wrong. Like, of course, in any motorsport, things could go wrong, but I think that's one of the safest. And if you're interested in grip from there, you could do road course, which is a lot of fun. Or if you're interested more in drifting and oversteering, well, you know, hit up track days for that. Whatever you want to do, this is a good starting point, and I'm sure whoever gets this is going to be eager to modify it and build it. So keep that in mind. If you want something that you don't want to modify, probably get something else, like get a Corolla or a Camry or something. If you buy this, I guarantee you're going to want coilovers and nice wheels and nice tires, and from there it's like the craziest slippery slope you guys could imagine. Sooner or later you're going to have spent so much money on your car. I'm just saying that because I'm pretty sure, like, you must already...
Yeah, it's an addiction. I can
yeah,
tell you that.
Like,
yeah.
Anytime you're in a car that has potential, you're going to want to get it.
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole point of getting this car, to mod it. I wanted to turbo my previous gen, but didn't get the chance. For sure this car is going to get turboed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Watch, when it's all said and done, you're going to be another 40 grand deep, and you're going to be having a fun time.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Time attack.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. So yeah, guys, make connections with good friends that enjoy the sports you enjoy. If you don't know anybody, go make the connections. Don't be shy, meet some cool people, and enjoy the sports that you want. Like, if you have the desire to get into something new, just go for it. Your life is short, and you have to enjoy your present. So overall, my opinion of this car, braking, it brakes like any new car, and I didn't get to like force it too much, but I know this thing could withstand a track day at least for a while before we need to upgrade like the pads, like racing pads or the rotors or something. So overall, this is like out of the box, ready to go. If you're going to be tracking, get an oil cooler. The harder you drive it, the more parts you're going to need, but right out the box, you could definitely have fun with it. So we're going to let this family pass because we're nice people. And yeah, we're going to ask the owner some questions now. But meanwhile, I'll let you guys know. Would I buy this car? Well, if you guys know me, I like to like save money everywhere I can. So if I do like this car, I even like the previous ones. But what would I do? I would wait for someone to crash in and buy it from the salvage yard, honestly. Because this is a dope car, but it's pretty expensive. And since I'd want to replace everything anyway, that's honestly what I would do. If you guys have the budget or are willing to finance, it's definitely a good deal, but I don't like financing. I have no credit, and I do everything in cash. So yeah, it's up to you guys. Overall though, if this is your budget, if you want a car like this, and how much is the non-limited version? Like 32?
28. No, this is 32, and then the non-limited is only like 3 grand cheaper, so like 27, 28.
Okay, yeah, so for 27 or 28, if you guys could get something near MSRP, this would be the most amazing car. Like, seriously, this would be the car for like any young teenager to get, or a guy in their early 20s, or not guy, anybody, any human that wants one. Try to get near MSRP, because honestly, for 42, I know that when you're financing you're going to pay more anyway, but I'm just thinking like 42 lump sum. If you have just 42 in cash, you could get something really cool. So financing is cool. It's up to you guys. Overall though, what would I rate this car for what it is, for its category? Like the low powered, lightweight Japanese daily driver, like a modern comfortable car, I would give it an A if it was like a school letter grade system. Why? Because it has all the commodities of a modern car and all the potential to have so much fun. If you just want to have fun, this car could do it all. I'm sure you could drift it just like this. I'm sure you could do your time attack at a small track or autocross. So I definitely recommend it. So just try to get a good deal on it if you can. And if you want to get all the nice bells and whistles, and you do want to spend the extra money, you're not going to regret it either, because it is nice and all the features are really cool. So do with that information as you wish. This is just my opinion, and now it's time to do what I said we were going to do. We're going to ask the owner some questions, since he knows so much more than I do. So here's the owner's YouTube channel. If you guys are interested in seeing his progression, that's where it's going to be. Okay, so you're in the car with me and you heard what I think about the car. What do you think that I said that's completely wrong or accurate, or what's your opinion of something I did not touch on?
I think you're pretty accurate when it comes to everything, especially for the price point. I feel like getting a salvage one would be better later on, maybe like in a year or two once there's more out there. But for right now, since Subaru stopped production of this car, I think it's a good investment because let's say in 6 months it goes up, you can maybe sell the car for like 45 to even 50 if it goes that high in value.
Yeah, you didn't consider, but we're literally coming out of a pandemic and we're in like global wars and all these problems.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to get political, but that does drastically affect the economy. So this could actually be a good investment. You could actually come out on top, which is something I had not considered yet. So good point. Good point bringing that up.
And there's actually been a lot of people that have sold their like GR Supras to get this car, even though the Supra is way faster. But I guess just the handling and the heaviness of the Supra compared to this is a lot better.
All right, so what do you think about it that I didn't say? Do you have any opinions on its performance that are different than mine?
No, I mean, you're pretty accurate. It's like, it does need a little bit more power, and I feel like handling and the whole suspension setup is pretty good just from the factory. But for the brake pads, for sure, after like 1 or 2 track sessions, they kind of wear out faster than the previous gen. So you would need maybe like some track hawk pads or something.
All right, so if you had 10 grand for this car right now, what would you put into it for modification?
Better wheels for sure. These wheels are like 26 pounds right now, so get rid of those, put some like T's or something. And then some headers. I already have a catback exhaust, but maybe just a front pipe. And then obviously try to like look for like a carbon fiber hood. But right now there's not, there's no aftermarket parts since the car's too new.
Okay, so what's your closing thought on this video?
Overall, fuck. Okay, hold on. My closing thought for this video is that I feel like you guys should go out there and try them out, test drive it, see if like you meet someone and just like let them, ask them if you could borrow their car and drive for a bit. It's a great car and it's definitely worth the upgrade compared to the previous gen.
Yeah, if you guys go and test drive this car and it's within your budget, you guys are probably going to end up buying it. So that's me just being honest. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a few other car reviews, but this is a pretty dope in-depth one. Of course, it wasn't like track driving or anything, but I think he's going to have some track driving on his channel. So you guys saw where that was. Do you have any other social media to plug in or anything?
I mean, all my social medias are Zero Planet. My Instagram is ZeroPlanet_. So that's it.
All right, guys. See you guys in the next video.